Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of We Love Our Kids, and I'm here with my wife, Ami McClure. I'm Justin McClure, and I think she's got a few things to tell me about where, she went away for the first time. First time she goes away, and she doesn't go to, a little country town. She goes to Vegas with a bunch of girls.
Who would go to a little country town?
So I just want to know what happens in Vegas.
Stays in Vegas.
No, you spill it.
End of podcast.
Spill it.
Podcast is over.
She's out there with all these girls and strippers.
Were you there?
I wasn't there, but maybe I checked out some stories and, She went to Vegas, as we said, by herself, left the family for the first time, went to Vegas, all dressed up, dolled up with a bunch of girls. So what happened? This
was my first pleasurable trip going without the family, the kids, the husband. So, it was a weekend, so it wasn't like I went away for a week or two.
Let me say it felt like about 8 days, so.
Actually, let me think. I left Friday mid-morning, back Sunday evening, so it's 2.5 days.
I've been to Vegas many times. People can lose an entire life in a day there.
Yeah, but I'm not going to sit and gamble. Those people are like...
People can waste... you can go to Vegas on a Friday rich, and you could leave Vegas divorced and homeless on Monday if you make bad decisions.
There was zero Vegas-y stuff as far as like gambling and stuff done.
None of that.
Could care less about that. No.
So
my friend is getting married, and she decides to have a bridal shower / girls gathering, like just the things you do when you're going to get married. Some people do. So it was a pretty large group of women coming from wherever they came from. Most from Atlanta and Louisiana, because she's originally from Louisiana, lives in Atlanta. So most of the people came from those two places. But I want to say there was maybe anywhere between 25 to 30 girls, maybe 25, something like that. That's a lot. That's a lot of people to gather together for, an event in that type of way. It's not like a party where you walk into the club. Like, we were doing stuff together.
So you probably got coronavirus too?
No, definitely safe. I wore my mask in the hotel lobby, all that stuff. I wasn't tongue kissing anybody. Anyways, to the point. So we gathered this gaggle of girls together and to celebrate my friend and her impending wedding. So it was really cool. I didn't know what to expect from Vegas because I'd never been. That's one thing. First of all, I've never been to Vegas because I guess it didn't really entice me because I feel like, okay, I'm not into gambling. I'm definitely not going to be sitting at bars and nightclubs all night. Like, why would I go to Vegas? So this got me out to Vegas. So are you waiting for a confession? Is that what's happening? Or I don't know what you're expecting.
Listen, it's kind of like a lot of times when police interrogate, they just wait for mistakes. They just
No. They do not. They don't wait for mistakes. They lead the person into.
I led you into you went to Vegas, right? So
yes.
Now.
All right. So it was pretty chill for a lot of the part. Did you know there is a lake in Vegas? Did you know that? Did you know I'm
sure most people go to Vegas for the lake.
No, the whole point I'm saying is...
all that gambling is, let's go to a lake.
The point I'm saying is I did not know.
Oh.
When she said, we're going to have brunch on the yacht, and I was like, where?
Well, I'm sure
in the desert?
Las Vegas is a manufactured city. I'm sure they can manufacture a few lakes.
And there's it's a golf course, and there's houses. It was like, oh, wow. These people must be playing an arm and a leg because they're living by the only water there is. But it wasn't really that huge. So you sailed in a circle for 4 hours.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that crazy? You sail in a circle for 4 hours.
While you're riding around on a boat, which is great. I am, we had a good time. The girls in Jersey, they had 2 parties on Saturday. They had to go for their Taekwondo
They didn't
belt.
have 2 parties. You mean they went to 2 parties?
Yeah, okay, but we had a party on Friday night. And the craziness that happened with this, 30 kids running around our house, running into each other, running in the walls, playing tag. I'm trying to keep my eye on things, making sure kids aren't getting hurt. we have a larger house, so there's enough room to actually run around. Like, these kids were running around, and some of the kids ran into wall. I mean, just like, what is going on here? Guys, let me show you this madness right here. Halloween madness. Oh my gosh, guys, what is going on? Oh my gosh. What is going on over here? Look over here, guys. It's just madness. So while she was out Friday night doing these things, I'm picking up candy out of the carpet.
This was intentionally planned, actually, to keep the kids busy.
So while she's doing that, that's what I'm doing. Then the next day, Taekwondo, belt test, 2 parties. And then the biggest thing Saturday night is the girls were behind on school because we went to Dominican Republic, and we're not behind, but they can't go back to school for a week because of quarantine, even though they tested negative on the test. So they have all this schoolwork and they're stressed out. And Alexis got into this whiny fit, and so we had about 2 hours of me trying to show her that whining only stresses you out in that moment, and without focusing and just being serious about it, you don't get it done. The whining just keeps you like stressed out, and you don't actually make any progress. So I had to really work with her to get past that. While she did that, Ava was very poised and focused, and she got all of her work done. And Alexis was just like, I can't do it. And I don't mean deal with this. I mean, as a parent and a dad, that's kind of what you do.
Can I ask why you guys decided to do homework on Saturday night?
Well, because they'd already had a lot of fun. They had a Halloween party, and they had
I'm not
2 parties, and they
had
had a lot to do. They didn't finish what they needed to do on Friday, so before they went to bed, take the next hour, and it turned into 2 hours to do some of your homework because they have quite a bit.
They had so much fun. Let's make them work. But you know how weird that sounds?
I don't mean they're not entitled to have so much fun.
He said they had so much fun.
But I think they even brought it up. And I said, okay, well, let's start working on it now. And I looked at a lot of their homework, and I'm like, this is a lot here. And then it only turned into them doing that much because Alexis was complaining. And I'm like, okay, well, you're complaining. Now you're going to do a couple more. Mm-hmm. Just do the work. While she was in Vegas, that's what I was doing.
You did. You survived. You guys made it through a day and a half, actually. day and 3/4 without me here.